fine. I'm gonna play some solo.
Evan,
I don't feel like it right now. Look, let's just do a podcast video and let's do politics. Okay?
Alright, we're recording.
Fine.
Hello, my name's Jackson. We're back in another episode of the podcast. Let's talk. Today we're doing one specifically on politicians. So let's see. What do you want to talk about? We have three top trending stories. Trump to nominate former Boeing executive Patrick Sheen. Do you want which one do you want to talk about first? I got three of them. We got three of them pulled up.
Why don't we talk about like how Trump was accused of actually grabbing women's genitals?
Genitals? Wait, what?
No,
what
no.
in the world?
Your brother's here.
Oh.
It's okay. He knows what it is. He's watched the videos with me before of Trump being accused of that stuff. Look, Eno's gonna be able to talk a little bit, but he's only 10 years old, so he's really not gonna be able to talk much because Eno's probably not gonna.
Recently, because we got.
How about? Well, I haven't gotten caught up yet with a bunch of recent stuff. I haven't been able to watch much of that stuff on my phone. I've only heard about past stuff.
Oh, you know what? Hang on.
Eli, invite me. Invite me.
There actually is something I really want to talk about.
There's solo challenges. You should do it too. We're all doing it.
This is stupid. Just stop. Stupid. Man, I'm almost done. Man, I can't wait until I get that battle pass.
Alright, so here's how. As France rebuilds Notre-Dame Cathedral, the French studio behind Assassin's Creed is offering up its 5,000 hours of research on the 800-year-old monument. Alright?
Okay, how is this about politics, though, is what I'm wondering.
We'll get there. So, a fire ravaged Notre-Dame Cathedral in Paris on Monday, and whatever day this was, I don't know. It says Monday and destroyed its iconic spire, which was built in the 19th century. An unlikely source has emerged as a potentially helpful reference in the rebuilding efforts. The video game Assassin's Creed Unity, which I have and I've played it, it's amazing, which contains an elaborate recreation of Notre Dame during the French Revolution. Obviously, we would like to help if they would like to get in touch. Ubisoft creative director Maxime Durand told Business Insider. In an interview on Wednesday, the studio has a huge database of research on Notre Dame that was acquired over 4 years. As images of flames engulfing the roof of Notre Dame Cathedral began spreading on Monday, Maxime Durand initially thought it was a hoax. It really took me a full day to put words to the feelings that I had regarding this. Durand told Business Insider in a phone interview on Wednesday, Notre Dame is personal to Durand. He's a historian in charge of overseeing historical repositions in the blockbuster Assassin's Creed franchise. He spent 4 years overseeing the creation of Assassin's Creed Unity, a game set during the French Revolution that contained a stunningly accurate depiction of Notre Dame Cathedral as its centerpiece. I think a lot of my colleagues joined me in that same feeling, where we didn't know how to react precisely, he said. Our first thought wasn't on Assassin's Creed Unity until we started seeing the reaction of the fans who started playing again and sharing reactions on social media. That really surprised us. So in the following days, the French game developer and publisher behind Assassin's Creed games, Ubisoft, pledged €500,000 to rebuilding efforts. Now, the company also has offered its expertise, which makes a lot of sense. 2 Ubisoft staffers spent over 5,000 hours researching Notre Dame Cathedral inside and out. But because this is Assassin's Creed, players are able to climb over and go everywhere on the monument, so we have to make sure that that details will be done. That's what Durand said. But because Notre Dame Cathedral was the most iconic monument that we had for Assassin's Creed Unity, I honestly really wanted to put in all efforts to make it seem that it was really beautiful, but also representative of the monument. So that said, because of the fact that Assassin's Creed Unity was developed between 2010 and 2014, Ubisoft wasn't yet using 3D mapping technology to recreate monuments. Fans hoping that Ubisoft has detailed blueprints of the cathedral may be disappointed to learn that this isn't the case. I've seen some comments this week of people mentioning that we probably sent an army of drones to scan the whole monument back in these days. Durand said, "Reality is that photogrammetry, the ability to scan monuments, was technology that we added later in the Assassin's Creed franchise on Assassin's Creed Origins, actually. If Egypt needs rebuilding and needs help rebuilding an ancient pyramid, Ubisoft is ready. That isn't the case in Notre Dame Cathedral, unfortunately. Back then, we really relied on pictures, photos, videos of modern-day Notre Dame." Rand said, "Ubisoft does have a huge database of information on the cathedral, and that could no doubt help in rebuilding effort, but Durand is skeptical that the French government will come asking." I'd be very surprised if the architects that will
wait,
work on the Spire will actually engage us in participating. He
When
said.
the cathedral burned down, it was just like
It was burned down because of a fire that happened. It was like a mysterious fire that happened on the inside. So
how did it
everything's
happen,
burned
though, is the
down.
question.
I don't know, but like Assassin's Creed Unity, like I've played that game. I have like I have the last few Assassin's Creed games that have come out. Like I have all of them that have come out so far. Like not any of the old ones, but from Black Flag to recently, I have all those recent ones. But,
Really?
Yeah, but look. So in Assassin's Creed Unity, I've played it, and it's like during the French Revolution, and one of the things in it is Notre-Dame Cathedral, like an actual representation of the cathedral. Obviously, there's stuff inside the cathedral that they could not recreate. They could not allow to put in the game because they had to like just add stuff. They couldn't put certain things in the cathedral, but they could put like almost everything except for just a few things, like a few things. Other than that, they could use everything that they had in the cathedral. They had it the thing is so accurate, it's scary. But except for like some certain things that they weren't allowed by people of Notre Dame to put into the game version of the thing. Like they're gonna use Assassin's Creed Unity to help rebuild the 800-year-old monument. It's crazy, but the game is gonna help them build it hopefully. But it's gonna take years though. There's not a lot of trees there now that are big enough. And a lot of them to rebuild something like that. So it's gonna take a long time to rebuild that. It's like a few years, but like they can rebuild it, so it's gonna take time. But like it's just crazy though. Let's see.
Anything else?
Well, I was just did about that game, but like. About that, but
No!
But I do want to say something about. Alright, so I want to talk about every movie sequel to look forward to in 2019 and beyond. Alright, so let's start this. So the credits roll, you've eaten all the popcorn, your fingers are covered in butter and salt. But still, you're sitting in your seat hoping for a post-credit scene, a sneak peek at what happens next. That can't be how it ends. There has to be more, right? Sometimes we can't help but become attached to our favorite film's characters invested in their stories. Isn't that the mark of a good movie after all? Well, wonder no longer. What happened after the camera stopped recording because Hollywood has heard your pleas and is delivering every sequel you've been wanting and even a few we didn't even know we needed. Top Gun Maverick. More than 30 years after the first installment, Paramount Pictures is bringing us back aboard the USS Enterprise for more of the high-flying fun that made Top Gun such a sensation in 1986. It's actually a wonder it's taken this long for studios to start on a sequel. So Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer are ready to put on those aviators and give us more Maverick and Iceman action. Joining them is Miles Teller as Maverick's son.
One question, hold on. What about, is there anything new with Trump?
Later on, but like we're doing 3 things in this episode. This is the second thing. We'll do Trump later in the episode. I also want to talk about movies because I saw this and it looked interesting. So Miles Teller will be playing Maverick's son. Maverick is one of the main characters of Top Gun, which is a movie from the 80s. So along with Jennifer Connelly, John Hamm, Ed Harris, and Glenn Powell. So who else can't wait to see Tom Cruise and John Hamm try out smirk each other on screen dressed as aviators? Like, I don't know. So what else? What else is there? Oh, this is one I've been waiting for this for years. Freaking years for this to happen. So number 2 on this list, Indiana Jones 5. Good thing those rumblings of a reboot were just rumors because there's only one man that can take on Indiana Jones and it's Harrison Ford. Ready to grab his fedora and whip for another adventure, Ford has been pretty vocal about his love for everyone's favorite archaeologist.
It's not a school line, it's different.
Sure. I don't want to hear no griping and complaining.
Okay, I won't.
Wait, what?
Oh, nothing. My mom suggested that I should go to bed early for my dad's graduation, but I'm having second opinions on that, so.
Alright, so number 3 on this list, Space Jam 2. Yes, you heard me. Space Jam 2. But let me read it.
Space Jam 2?
Yes, but let me read it. Since its initial release in 1996, Space Jam has gone from film to absolute media franchise gold, making
my mom
more
just
than.
heard you. She goes, oh my gosh, really?
$6 billion from the movie, graphic novel, pinball game, video games, toys. Well, you get the point.
$6 billion from the graphic novel, movie, pinball game, video games, everything.
The merchandising opportunities are endless, so a sequel should be a slam
I bet
dunk.
you it's gonna suck.
I heard that Stephen Curry declined it.
Really?
Yes. Oh, guess what's also getting a sequel?
Are they gonna get Michael Jordan to play in it still?
I don't know. Probably someone else. But Maleficent 2 is happening.
Okay, my mom said he's old, so probably not. But
I don't want to talk about Maleficent. I want to skip Maleficent 2.
oh, well,
Alright,
they're making another one.
Yes, but here's one I really want to talk about. Pirates of the Caribbean 6. No one can say there's been a shortage of Pirates of the Caribbean sequels, with Jack Sparrow taking to the seas 4 more times since he plunged into piracy in 2003's Pirates of the Caribbean: Curse of the Black Pearl. Still, the sequel is exciting for a very specific reason. It's been announced that the next installment in the series won't have the swashbuckling Jack Sparrow. That's right, Johnny Depp is out, as the franchise is going to be helmed by a female pirate. The script is being worked on as you read this. So keep your eyes seaward,
Feminism.
and you'll soon see a new pirate captain.
Listen. Hold on a second. This now this right here has to do with politics. They were starting to replace the guy movies with the girls. Ghostbusters, Pirates of the Caribbean, all those other movies.
Ghostbusters is being fixed. No, Ghostbusters is fixed.
Well, yeah, but look. In The Incredibles 2, they made they pretty much made what is her Elastigirl do most of the work in the beginning of the movie, and that's feminism right there, because they're making it seem like that a guy can do more than a girl, and it's or just as much. Now, girls can do just as much, and sometimes they can do more, but they don't need to go overboard like that and make it look like that they can do everything guys can do, because it's not true, and that is an exact example of feminism. And people might think I'm sexist, but you know what? Screw all y'all out there. Because those people that think about that are probably liberals and Democrats.
So here's another movie on this list. I skipped one of them, which is Gladiator. I don't really want to talk about that one.
Gladiator? I didn't even. My dad saw that movie, but I didn't. I've seen bits and pieces.
Alright, so here's number 7 on this list. We skipped number 6, but here it is. Men in Black International. Suit up and grab your sunglasses, because the Men in Black are back. The franchise has been a fan favorite since it was first released in 1997.
They should make it Men in Black Back in Black.
And with the second and third installments seeing serious box office success, it makes total sense that studios would be interested in another sequel. The latest outing in the world of aliens living among us is bringing some fresh faces into the fold.
Really? Even after the third one with Boris the Animal, that one was my favorite.
Yes, in the form of Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth as Agent M and Agent H, respectively. Get ready to get back in black when Men in Black International comes out on June 14th, 2019. Now, this movie is a sequel, but it's a spin-off. It's a spin-off in the same universe. It's just a spin-off. It's in another side of the world. All the other characters still exist. So here's another one. This one's kind of this one's okay. Well, number 8, Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Oh my gosh, they're making another Bill and Ted.
I want to watch Bill and Ted. I've never seen it, but I want to watch it now.
I saw both of them, the dumb one and the less dumb one.
So, the most lovable metalhead slackers to ever have their own movie. Bill and Ted are ready to follow through on the previous film's prediction that they'd one day save the world. Yes. Almost 30 years after their bogus adventure, Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter are ready to see if those slackers can recreate the ultimate song. Can create the ultimate song. Despite a whole slew of false starts and shadows of doubt, Alex Winter confirmed via Twitter that Bill and Ted Face the Music is in pre-production.
Hey, have you seen the first Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
No, I want to watch it.
They go to hell and talk to the devil, and then they go to heaven and talk to God. And then they go, thanks, God. Whatever they get talk.
I want to watch it. Don't spoil anything.
Dude, that's the first one.
Alright, set this film late in 2019. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. The original writers from the first 2 scripts are back, too. The band's back together, and it's about time.
Are you serious? They're getting the same characters to play them again?
Yes.
I thought it's been, years since they've done that movie.
Oh, my God. Have you ever heard of Die Hard?
No.
Die Hard, like the movie franchise?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
Actually, here's number 9, McLean. He saved the Nakatomi Corporation, Washington Dulles International Airport, New York City, and the FBI, and even Eastern Europe. And still we haven't had enough of John McClane. The Die Hard films make up one of the most successful and influential action franchises. And another installment is always welcome. Alright, so Die Hard is actually a Christmas movie, by the way. It happened on Christmas, if you didn't know that. So McClane will see Bruce Willis back in his white tank top and ready to save the world yet again. And this time we're getting the added bonus of a prequel within the sequel. With a script yet to flash back to a young John McClane, another Die Hard, and an origin story. Yippee-ki-yay! Alright, number... okay, here's number 10. Have you ever seen Beetlejuice? Please tell me you've seen Beetlejuice.
Wait, what? What?
Hey, guess what else is getting a sequel?
What?
Beetlejuice.
Remember when Miss Taylor looked like she was wearing the Beetlejuice outfit?
Yeah. So, master of kid-friendly macabre films, Tim Burton's on board to bring Beetlejuice 2 to the big screen. Finally, a box office success when it was released in 1987, Beetlejuice even won an Academy Award for special effects. So more than 30 years later, what's up with that long whisper about a sequel? It's been more than 30 years since Michael Keaton first brought that body humor as the titular Beetlejuice, and fans have been clamoring for that.
Michael Keaton's gonna play him again because Michael Keaton's kind of old now.
Yeah, for that infamous black and white striped suit to make another appearance on our screens ever since. No release date has been set yet, but Beetlejuice 2 is definitely in the works. Alright, here's number 11. Doctor Sleep. Even horror movie averse audiences can agree that The Shining is an important piece of cinematic history. It's part of the U.S. National Film Registry for being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant, after all. Stephen King wrote a sequel, Doctor Sleep, in 2013, and now it's getting made into a movie. While it's hard to imagine any moment topping Jack Nicholson's mechanical smile, Dr. Sleep will feature Evan Gregor as adult Danny Torrance. The film will focus on Danny's psychic gift, otherwise known as The Shining.
I've never heard of Mr. Sleep.
It's called Doctor Sleep.
Oh, Doctor Sleep.
It was made in 2013 as a book by Stephen King. It's a sequel to The Shining, and it's being made into a movie. So anyway, Ewan McGregor as an adult Danny Torrance. The film will focus on Danny's psychic gift, otherwise known as The Shining, and his similarities to his father. The film is in post-production, eyeing a November 8th, 2019 release date. Here's Danny! X-Men Dark Phoenix. There's so many X-Men movies at this point, it's hard to keep track of them all. That's only because they're so well received. Well, except for X-Men Days of Future Past. Seems as though moviegoers are always ready for more mutant mayhem, and Marvel is all about giving people what they want. X-Men Dark Phoenix stars Sophie Turner in the lead role of Jean Grey. Grey gets hit by a solar flare, thereby unleashing the Dark Phoenix. Also ready for more X-Men madness are returning cast members James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, and Jennifer Lawrence. Dark Phoenix will light up movie screens starting June 7th, 2019. Let's just skip that movie. Oh no! Sherlock Holmes 3. The game is afoot. After everyone's favorite eccentric detective Sherlock Holmes successfully saved London not just once, but twice into comical box office buzz, the third film in the franchise seemed like a certainty. Sure, Sherlock Holmes is the most portrayed literary character ever, but there's something special about Guy Ritchie's irritation. Still with Ritchie, I don't know. Still with Ritchie and his two stars Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law's busy schedules, the mystery of when a third film will be made has long gone unsolved. Until now, everyone's back on board and eyeing a December 25th, 2020 release date. The only question now is, will Rachel McAdams' Aaron Alder be back to stir up trouble? Oh my god.
What?
23 Jump Street.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone loves a buddy cop cop comedy. Everyone loves an odd couple, so partnering up Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum as undercover cops will always going to be a recipe for sweet, sweet big screen box office success. A critical and commercial hit, 21 Jump Street easily earned a sequel. We were gifted 22 Jump Street 2 years later in 2014. Since then, as yet unrealized female spin-off has been rumored to be in the works, but still no more Jump Street films have been appeared in theaters. Thankfully, the film writers and producers have confirmed that another entry in the franchise is actively in development. Jinko and Smith will ride again. I hope they're not female, though. I hope they're the same characters. No. Oh, no, you gotta be kidding me. No, stop. Why? Why is this getting a sequel? I don't want this to have... Okay. You know what else is getting a sequel?
What?
Austin Powers.
Oh, wow. Oh, my
Austin
gosh.
Powers 4!
Ah!
Coming out in quick succession, the outrageous 60s spy star in 3 films from 1997 to 2002. But what happened to Austin Powers 4? Apparently in development since 2005, another entry in the comic spy spoof series, finally looking like more than a possibility. Mike Myers will of course be back as the international man of mystery himself. Austin Powers and his own nemesis, Dr. Evil, according to Myers, will take on a slightly different format. Focus on Dr. Evil's perspective instead. The script is still in the works, but Myers is sure audiences will be seeing a 4th film soon. Groovy, baby. It kind of looks like you. Austin Powers.
It doesn't?
I've never seen Zombieland, but I'm gonna watch it soon.
I haven't either.
Guess what else is getting a sequel?
What?
Zombieland.
What about A Million Ways to Die in the West?
I don't know, but it says Zombieland Double Tap. They survived the zombie apocalypse in hilarious fashion back in 2009 comedy film Zombieland. Now Woody Harrelson, Emma Stone, Jesse Einsberg, and Abigail Breslin are ready to show us how to beat a bunch of undead brain eaters in a sequel, Zombieland Double Tap. The makeshift family of 4 will be meeting with more zombies and a few fellow apocalypse survivors played by Rosario Dawson, Thomas Middleditch, and Zoe Dutch. Once production on Zombieland Double Tap began, it was a pretty fast turnaround, and so we'll be seeing these zombie slayers on our screens as soon as October 11th, 2019.
Wow.
Here's one. Bad Boys 3 is happening. Bad Boys for Life. Miami has never been safer thanks to Will Smith and Martin Lawrence's Mike Lowry and Marcus Brunette. The Bad Boys and Narcotics Detectives. Bad Boys, released in 1995, was an action comedy cope for everyone involved, so a sequel was for sure Miami Sunshine. Where all the other guys go? There's like no one else here.
I have no idea.
Oh well, Bad Boys 2 came out 8 years later, and we saw the detectives back at it, working the streets and wisecracking along the way. This latest outing is expected to be ready for release by 2020, as they say, we ride together, we die together. Bad Boys for Life, and indeed ready to see these things through. Bad Boys for Life. Alright, well, this shouldn't be called... Alright, there's another sequel happening, and it's to Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, but it shouldn't be called Jumanji 2. It should be called Jumanji 3, because it's a Jumanji 3 sequel. Because Jumanji 2 is a sequel to Jumanji, and it shouldn't be called Jumanji 2, but if it's called that, that's fine. So, do you hear these drums? Do you hear those drum beats in the distance? You know what that means? It's time to go back to the jungle. Jumanji 3. It seems as though everything Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson touches turns to gold, and Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle is no exception. Being one of the top 50th highest-grossing films of all time. All the major players in the 2017 film are back to trapeze through the jungle, and this sequel, the addition of a few new faces such as Danny Glover, Danny DeVito, and Awkwafina. Jumanji 3 is scheduled to swing in the theaters as soon as December 13th, 2019.
Really? They're making another one of those? As if they didn't already make enough. They probably would have made another one with Robin Williams, but he committed suicide.
Have you heard the movie? There's a movie that came out in 1968 called Night of the Living Dead, and it's getting a sequel.
Night of the Living Dead. I forgot what that is. Crap.
No, I don't want to read about that. That's insane. Oh, here's one that's gonna be more exciting than that. Godzilla vs. Kong.
Oh my gosh. No!
Godzilla, an ancient superspecies resembling a giant lizard, was rebooted to terrorize the public in 2014.
No! They're
And
gonna
was a
ruin-
monster-sized success. The sequel, Godzilla
They're
King
gonna
of Monsters,
ruin King
slated for
Kong.
release on May 31st, 2019. But what monsters is Godzilla king of? Part of the same monsterverse is King Kong, an enormous gorilla-like creature who came back to wreak havoc in a reboot of its own in Kong Skull Island in 2017. Positive reviews and massive box office success. Now the two are scheduled to battle in Godzilla vs. Kong, scheduled for release on May 22nd, 2020. It's a matchup not to miss. Oh my god. Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5 are happening.
Oh my gosh!
So they'll be released from 2020 to 2025, but I'm not gonna. I don't want to read anything about them. I don't like the Avatar movies. Oh yes. Have you ever seen Gremlins?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Gremlins
saw
3.
Gremlins.
Shocking
Gremlins.
everyone, the original Gremlins was a critical and financial success, so it makes sense that studios would seek a repeat performance when they put out Gremlins 2, and while reviews were mixed, the box office results weren't great, but that was back in 1990. And since then, Gremlins has taken on a new life. Someone must have fed the Gremlins fan base after midnight, because they're hungry for more. Since the first two releases in the franchise, films have been taking on a cult following, and everyone's feverishly waiting for more comedy horror hijinks. The script is all set, so production should start soon. Gremlins 3 is finally happening. I was talking about a TV show, a Gremlins TV show to happen, which is cool. So that's all I had to talk about.
Repeat, falling off the fence. Repeat, falling that.
So what do you think about everything that we've talked about so far?
I honestly, Hollywood, I think, is running out of ideas. This is stupid. Why would they make? Oh my, I get angry every time we read about politics because even when it's not actual politics, it's bull crap.
Well, it's Hollywood politics.
Hollywood politics suck. They're making movies that don't even make sense. Kong versus stinking.
They're gonna
Godzilla
make it. They're gonna make a. They were already gonna make a Godzilla versus King Kong movie anyway.
As if Godzilla wasn't gay enough. Now they're gonna make him gay. And then they're gonna run King Kong.
Do you not like Kong Skull Island or something?
I do like Kong Skull Island. Have you ever seen the original King Kong? It's 10 times better.
You know that live action one from like what, the early 2000s?
It was the one with Jack Black. So yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, the one with the bugs, like the part with the bugs, like creeped me out. Or it didn't creep me out. It just like it was.
I like that Godzilla movie that has the baby Godzillas in it.
I hate Godzilla. Godzilla was so gay. It's so. I'm serious. It sucks, didn't it?
No, I'm laughing because you're calling it gay.
Like seriously, Godzilla, a big lizard. They already had Zathura. Now they're gonna add that crap. Oh my gosh, I am frozen.
So, I ain't trying to get no butt weapon.
Guess who got the battle pass? Me and Evan.
Oh, how did Evan get it?
My mom. My mom's nice. She offered to give it to him too.
Wait, she bought him the battle pass?
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Oh, I wish I had the battle pass, but I'm gonna earn it with my own money though.
We don't have an allowance, so I mean, God bless us. So.
Yeah, but your parents are also rich. Mine aren't. We're poor, so like my parents can't buy us
I mean, we're not rich.
I mean, we're a decent amount of money, kids.
Yeah, decent amount of money.
That might
that's
be
pretty
more
much
me,
rich.
but I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing squad. Me and Evan are doing challenges together
Who has the more money out of the four of us?
You can already guess I'm at the bottom.
Jackson, and then maybe next is me or Evan.
Probably Evan, to be honest.
Evan, then Eli, then Avery.
The only reason why
I
No,
want
because
more than Avery.
Avery lives in an apartment.
The only reason why is because like our rich gonna save money, and my mom having her own business, so she's gonna gain money from that.
Good.
So
Your mom
technically,
has her own business.
yeah.
So wait, Evan, what skins do you have now?
So probably I might be above
the
Evan.
chicken skin.
So I kind of am.
Hey, did she have to buy y'all like gift cards for Nintendo Switch, or did she just buy it
No, buy it. She just bought it.
with her credit card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yes, way.
Sway.
Actually, I think me and Evan have the decent amount of money. I think we have the same
I
amount.
thought your brother was gonna buy it for you. Hey, here's what you can do, Avery. Don't tell your brother that your mom bought you the battle pass, and just get him to buy you more V-Bucks so you can get whatever you want.
No, that's just dirty.
Yeah, that's just
No, that's not dirty. It's genius. I would do it probably because I'm poor, but I would do it. He's your brother, man. He's family. It's not like he's like a good friend or something. Then that would be wrong.
You want to rock as a chicken skin, Evan?
Why? I lie to my brother all the time.
chicken.
You like how I just said that without feeling terrible?
I'm not.
Wait, Shadow Core is the chicken skin? Get scoped weapon eliminations.
Wait, top 6 of squads for
No, the
me.
episode's over.
Hey, guys, Evan, you get that one mysterious character with the battle pass. Check it out.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
What is
same.
I'll see y'all next time.
I
Goodbye.
don't know. I need to collect 94 bytes.
94 bytes? What is that?
Well, I don't know. They're like these byte things.